Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm working on Mean Green back here. Recently it started acting a little weird. Let me tell you about it. All right, so I've had this truck for, like I said, I think maybe 20 something years, and it has never left me stranded, except for maybe I think one time when I was 16 and I didn't know I didn't know how low the gas gauge would go. That's the only time it has ever left me stranded, and I have beat the snot out of this truck for a long time and never had any issues with it. But recently it's gotten to where it'll crank up and run and drive just fine, and then after I've driven it for a few minutes to 30 minutes, if I go to take off at a stoplight or a stop sign, it will die. Like it chokes it out. Like trying to accelerate kills it. And it's pretty big cause for concern when you're braking down in the middle of an intersection or taking off from a stoplight. So I'm not 100% sure what the issue is, but I'm thinking it could potentially be the throttle position sensor. I noticed that this plug just kind of falls off. Also, I've read that this throttle position sensor can get like sticky and gummy, I guess, to where it's not like reading the throttle plate like it should. The other thing that I'm thinking it could possibly be is something to do with this airflow meter. So I think what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to take all this off. I'm going to take the airflow meter, I'm going to take this intake tube and get to where I can get to this, and I'm going to put my stock airbox back on here, because I'm sure this is probably not giving me any power gains at all. It's probably actually hurting me. So I'm going to put the original airbox back on, and I'm going to take this tube off and just check all these for cracks, make sure I don't have any cracks anywhere, because like I said, it's almost like the truck is getting too much air and not enough fuel or something. So that's where I'm going to start with here, and then I'll look at the ignition system, I guess. If you guys know what it is already at this point, feel free to tell me in the comments, because this may not fix it, and I may need to circle back around and read some of y'all's comments on what the issue could be. So all right, let's dive in. So that little sensor deal there is pretty dirty. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean that out. Hit it with some, I think I got some MAF cleaner I'm gonna hit it with. Alright guys, so I got the air box in. I still gotta bolt it in and get an air filter, but I think I'm gonna get some plugs and plug this thing off and plug that thing off and get rid of this little tube. I don't think I need that. It doesn't really do anything. I don't know what it's for. EGR stuff. Nobody likes that stuff. So so now I gotta figure out how the heck to get this thing off, because it is behind the thermostat, which is fantastic. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to take the dang thermostat off to get to it. So yay. All right, well, I'm gonna jump into that now. All right, so I got the throttle position sensor off, and you can kind of, well, no, you can't, my finger's in the way, hang on. So you can kind of see how the little fingers in there work. They move pretty quick. They're like directly connected to the throttle plate. So then come over here and look at the TPS. Let me get my camera angle right, or the throttle, yeah, the throttle position sensor. So that is where it's wanting to go. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but that's where it's wanting to sit, and that is closed. So I don't know if that's causing an issue, but the thing does feel pretty sticky. I don't know if you can see how it is like really slow to close. So I'm gonna try to clean this up. I really don't know the best way to do it, but I guess I'm gonna hit it with some probably some of this stuff. It's supposed to be safe for sensors, so this is a sensor. So let's see how that does. All right, well, I don't know if this is going to fix the problem, but look at that. See how much quicker that thing snaps back? I mean, there's like no binding to it at all now. It's not slow, it's not gooey feeling. It seems to be doing what it's supposed to do. So that's what I'm kind of wondering, if maybe the throttle position sensor was telling the engine, or telling the ECU, that it was still like not enough throttle or too much throttle, or I don't know, something along those lines. So hopefully I'm gonna throw this back in and see how it does. All right guys, that's gonna wrap this one up. Like I said, I've got to go to the store and get an air filter, and then I'm gonna get some plugs to plug up this EGR, whatever this part is. I'm gonna plug that up and just do away with it. Gives a little more room in here anyways. I'm eventually gonna do the whole EGR delete, I think, too, just to make the whole truck just simpler. But yeah, got the sensors cleaned up, got the airflow meter sensor cleaned, and got the throttle position sensor cleaned. Yeah, so only time will tell. Feel free to hit me up in the comments to see if this worked. If I don't hear anything from you guys, I'll try to throw a comment on it in a month or so and just see if it fixed it. If it didn't, I don't know. We'll see. That TPS was pretty gummy though, so hopefully, fingers crossed. Thanks for watching. See ya.